Hello viewers, welcome once again to the hour of keeping your marriage alive. Our marriages need to be alive. You know, after the wedding bells have ceased, the excitement about the wedding is over, and then you now recline back to your home to face reality. And now you are coming in contact to live with a man, a total stranger, a man you don't know, and the woman you don't really know her because you've never lived, both of you have never lived together. And now you're living with somebody who grew up in a home for 30-something years with a different culture entirely. And also with a woman who grew up for, let's say, about 20-something years or 30-something years when she got married, with a different culture entirely. Of course, it has to be God. It has to be God who will make that to work. And I believe that God is always ready to make it work, because He is the author of marriage. God is the author of marriage. But also, there are principles that we need to also apply that will make our marriages to work and make our marriages to last long. And I always tell people that for your marriage to work, it takes determination. It takes a lot of determination. If you are not determined for that marriage to work, it's not going to work. And one person alone cannot make it work in the relationship. It takes the two. It takes the two of you to make it to work. The man is working on his own part, and the woman also, she's also working on her own part. And if everybody is determined, if everyone is determined to play their part, to play their role, you find out that the marriage will work. And it takes consciousness. There's nothing like we do things unconsciously in our relationship. It is something we deliberately do and something we have to be conscious about. Especially if I want my marriage to work, I must consciously do some certain things that will make this marriage to work. And really, it will work. I always tell people that marriage is a school. It's a school where we never graduate. You never graduate in it. It's a school where you can never get a certificate for it and they say, oh, welcome. The day you begin to feel you've graduated, the day you begin to feel you are okay, you now know everything about marriage, just begin to know that that is the beginning of the end of your marriage. So, it's a school where we learn every day. We learn every day. We learn every day. And when you refuse to learn, new things into your marriage, when I mean new things, I'm talking about things that are positive. When we refuse to learn, then our marriages begin to die. Now, you know, to cook a good soup or to make a good food, you need ingredients. And you have to take your own hand to go buy those ingredients to make a good meal. And to make a good meal is not just only one ingredient. Sometimes you need a lot of ingredients. You bring all of them together, you mix all of them together, and then it gives you a very good sauce. The same thing with marriage also. So, the both partners must go and look for those ingredients and those things that you will put into the marriage that will make the marriage to be sweet and palatable. And that is the desires of God, and that is how God created it. That was why when Adam saw Eve, he was excited. Marriage is a good thing from the beginning. Marriage was something that was supposed to be good. That was how God created. That's why He said a man that finds a woman finds a good thing. So your wife is a good thing, and your husband also is a good thing. But you see, because of the differences in culture, because of the differences in our background, so we have now come to accept it and cultivate it into our system that marriage is something that is bad. No, marriage is a beautiful thing. Especially when we walk according to the principle, and we walk to the principle that is laid down. So today I'm going to be talking about keeping your marriage alive. What are the ingredients, some of the ingredients that we need to apply consciously to our relationship that will keep our marriages alive after the wedding bells are gone and now you are faced with reality. One of the most paramount gifts, one of the most paramount key that you have to use to keep your marriage alive is communication. Every relationship where there is no communication, the woman cannot communicate to the man cannot also communicate to the woman, that marriage can never stand. So communication is the keynote here. That is, talking with your spouse is one of the best ways to keep your marriage healthy, and successful. Communicating with your spouse and also opening the door of communication, being honest about